Good evening from Los Angeles, California. I'm Dr. Ryan Ava. As the brave Iranian men and women have poured out to the streets of Iran and faced the brutality of a barbaric fascist theocracy of the Islamic regime to gain the freedom they lost over 40 years ago, and as the brave Ukrainian men and women face the brutality of the Russian army to keep their country, dignity, and democracy, we seem to have taken our democracy for granted here in the United States. A look around the world and the price people are paying to either gain the freedom we have here or to keep the democracy we enjoy here is a good reminder of what is at stake this coming Tuesday. Our democracy is literally on the ballot. Between the election deniers and the people who have taken a stand for what is right and for the truth, the choice seems to be clear. So I'm urging you to get out there and vote this Tuesday. If you want to keep our free and fair elections intact, if you want you and your family to make your own medical decisions, and if you want our mothers, sisters, wives, and daughters to have access to safe abortions, then I urge you to vote blue and to vote for Democrats who have taken a stand for what is right.
Our next guest, The Daily Show's Jordan Klepper, has been speaking to voters. This is what they've said to him.
Most beautiful thing I ever saw. Thousands, maybe 1 million people gathered, so quiet. It was a peaceful rally.
January 6th.
January 6th.
Birds chirping, police officers screaming.
No.
No.
No, I saw them sitting around waiting for their donuts.
Some of them were attacked that day.
They were.
Did you not see the videos?
I couldn't watch it.
You could watch it. Why is that?
When we went home and we were watching on TV what happened,
Yes.
I said, turn that off. That is not what happened today.
You didn't see any violence.
No.
But to be clear, when it was on television, violent images, you turned it off.
I turned it off because it wasn't true. It wasn't an accurate depiction of what was going on that day.
What was it? Was it like magical CGI George Lucas shit?
Oh, well, yeah, could be. I don't know.
And The Daily Show's Jordan Klepper joins us now.
Turn it off. That's not what happened that day. We were watching it live. It was playing out.
It was playing. I mean, I think she was a great example of like what she saw was peaceful. I don't doubt that there were points of that day that were peaceful from her perspective, but when confronted with information that could change her mind, she turned it off.
Well,
That's it in a nutshell.
you don't see what happens if you turn it off and don't watch it.
Yes. But I think
Typically.
we've been taught you can live in your own bubble if you choose to. And I think she was getting information that she didn't like, and so she had ability to retain that image, and that's the image she's going to vote with.
I loved this. You did an extraordinary job. It's a lot of work to go to all these states, all of these events, get these people to talk to you, by the way. They did. But what was stunning for me, and she's just an example of it, is how many people still believe these election lies that are so dangerous. And there are Republicans in office who are shooting it down, but there are also Republicans running like Ron Johnson in Wisconsin who are perpetuating them still up ahead of tomorrow. How dangerous do you think that is for these people who have these beliefs not to have them corrected by some in their own party?
Well, I think the adults in the room are acting like children, and so I think you can craft your own reality, and I think I expected to go out there and talk about what happened in the last election and whether they accepted that. Where I was surprised was how many people aren't accepting what's going to happen in the next election. And so when you have adults who are like, you don't need to believe what happened with Biden-Trump, then they're like, well, what should I believe about what's going to happen in a week? What's going to happen tomorrow? And already folks told me, well, I'm not going to believe it if I don't like it. And so I think it's
If I don't
incredibly
like it,
dangerous.
that's
If I don't like it. If I don't get what I want, I don't have to accept it. So a lot of people are going to be happy tomorrow because they won't lose, because that's what they choose to accept.
But Pete, I'm sure people will say, well, they have, I'm sure. Jordan is making fun of these people. But what you're doing is just asking them questions and they're answering on their own. Do you feel, I don't know if it's sorry, how do you feel about the people who are answering you? Because they are adults, but they're being co-opted by, as you said, people in the room who are adults but acting like children.
Yeah, I mean, I understand people want to be a part of a movement. They want community. They want a sense of meaning. You go to a lot of these events and you have politicians who give them a sense of meaning. They tell them they're a patriot. They tell them to fight. They follow those marching orders, and they're around like-minded people. I understand that. I empathize with wanting to be a part of those things. But I think it's very scary because it's being manipulated by people who should know better. And so all I'm doing when I'm going out there is trying to get a lay of the land. What do you actually believe? What is sinking in? And at these events, their own reality
Nothing
that they're
is sinking
creating,
in.
it's not sinking in. And
Is
so,
there
like,
is there anything that you can do or say, any sort of facts? If you showed them the video, that one woman said, I'm not even going to watch it live on TV, even though you can see the reality. Is there anything that...
facts move slow. BS moves a lot faster.
Wow.
I think its family members have the best shot at it.
How overwhelming is it when you're on the ground and you talk to these people who believe it?
It's exhausting. I think, I'm constantly surprised by how far these narratives change and move. I go there with one expectation. I went to one expecting to talk about Roe v. Wade, and within minutes, I'm talking to older women in Wisconsin who are talking about JFK Jr. being alive and the vice president. And so that, as a comedian, is shocking and humorous at times. But I think the exhaustion comes from just how quickly we move with our wishful thinking.
Thank you.
Jordan,
Thank
you
you
for this. It's funny, and I know that's the point of this, but it's also disturbing
It's
to
so
see
eye-opening,
the people
yeah.
who
It's
deeply
actually
believe it.
it's actually very eye-opening because through
It is really eye-opening.
humor, there's a lot of truth there, and I think it's easier for people to, digest sometimes. Thank you. It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
To support my work, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Also, please don't forget to hit the bell icon so you wouldn't miss any of my new videos. Thanks for watching.